Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some gardening maintenance tasks to do. I got to get some old plants out of the garden, plant some new peas and beans, and then we got some mulching to do. Come along. Let's start right here with my broccoli plant. I harvested the broccoli a while ago and I've been harvesting some of the side shoots that come up, and they're just not really producing very many side shoots anymore. So I'm ready to take this plant out of the garden and replace it with some peas. Now I want to leave the root in there, so I'm going to just cut it off with my Hori knife right at the base. Those roots are going to decompose in the soil and give some nutrients back to my soil. And I am trying to follow some crop rotation practices, like after a heavy feeder such as broccoli, you want to put something that doesn't feed so heavy like peas or beans. I'm excited to try some sugar snap peas. I've never planted them before, so this will be a first. Okay, this is a little harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay. All right, so I've got my broccoli plant. Don't worry, I'm going to use these leaves. You can make them just like any other green by simmering it on the stove in some bacon grease with garlic and onions, and it'll be really good, really flavorful. And the stem right here, see how it's really thick? You can cut off this fibrous exterior and then chop it up, put it in your freezer, or in my case, I'm just going to put it in the fridge because I'm making some soup this weekend and I'm going to add it to it. You know, we spent so much time growing these plants, like I don't want to waste any part of it. In this spot, this is 1 square foot. I'm going to put 4 sugar snap peas. I'm going to remove the mulch from the spot where I plan to plant these. And that's just because you don't want to cover your seedlings with mulch. They'll basically, you know, be shut out from sunlight and stuff like that. We don't want that. I'm poking my finger down about 1 inch in each spot. I picked this variety because it's one that's recommended by my ag extension office for my area, and they say start from seed in February. Today is February 8th. I only put 1 seed in per hole just because these are brand new seeds and I'm fairly confident in their germination rate and I don't want to waste any seeds. That's one of my goals this year, is not to waste any seeds. In the event something doesn't germinate, I'm just going to try again, plant another seed in that spot. Let's move on to the next spot. Okay, this next spot is the cabbage that I harvested a few weeks ago. I'm just going to do almost the exact same thing. So I'm going to cut it off at the base of the plant, leave those roots in there to decompose and give some nutrients back to my soil. I'm going to follow it up with Blue Lake 274 bush beans, 4 of them in that square foot, and get that going. I've never grown this variety either, but I'm excited because my last bush bean experience, I had a lot of bean rust. But really it was my fault because I didn't look at the recommended varieties from my ag extension office, and so it was not a variety that was resistant to that, and my area is really prone to that. So I should do better this time. I hope I do better. I tried to do better. We'll see. And don't worry, I'm not going to waste this plant either. I'm going to take those leaves and you can use them as like a lettuce wrap. You can use them, cut it up, put it in some stews or something. Again, I'm going to put 4 in this square foot. So I'm clearing a spot in the mulch. I do have kind of a heavy layer of mulch in here. Push my finger 1 inch down. Blue Lake bush beans. Ah, I dropped 3 of them. Look at the seeds, they're white. They look just like a pill. Don't worry, they're not. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, next up, I'm going to take some of that mulch that I pushed out and put it where I need mulch, which is right around my radishes. So I want to show you that right here, these seedlings are, although these are still the first set of leaves, I like that they're big enough and tall enough that I'm going to put mulch around it. If these were still really small, like some of my other seedlings I'll show you in a minute, I wouldn't want to mulch just yet. You don't want to risk smothering your seedlings. So I'm going to just come in here with a light layer of mulch right now. I can add some more as they grow. Just want to protect the soil from drying out on the top and, you know, eroding away. We get a lot of rain here. This is a good example of where I think it's too early to mulch. See how tiny and delicate these seedlings are for spinach? I'm just worried I would smother them if I put mulch on right now. So I'm gonna just wait. Here's an example of a plant I don't intend to mulch at all. I have baby Dutch yellow potatoes growing in here with a watering olla, and see how much coverage this is giving the soil. The leaves seem to be preventing the soil from losing that top layer of moisture. Every time I come over here, the top layer of soil is still moist, and because they're in containers, like the soil is not going to wash away from rain. So this is an example of something I don't intend to mulch. So that's it for my maintenance today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time.